Okay, so we are looking at the left side of the house from the street where you have the front entry gate. The gate is not closing because of this post is leaning, and you can tell that the wood on here is starting to dilapidate, it's falling apart, and the lock is not closing anymore. It's not locking because it's shifted. So the gate, it won't even close unless you force it closed, and the picket's already breaking right here. First panel is being held up by a broken picket that was stretched across, and nails has been put into the rails. This is the only thing that's actually holding this whole panel from falling on the ground. Post is about right here. It's leaning over. If you take this out, this whole panel is going to fall down. The pickets in certain areas are broken. You can walk. The entire fence is not in very good sturdy shape. It's leaning in various areas, either push forward or push back because the ground is shifting, so it's shifting the post forward or backwards. So each one of these areas, if you go to a post and you push on it, the whole thing is loose. This post is loose in this area. Different sections, either they're going forward or backwards. So my recommendation for this side is to replace this fence on this side, new posts, new rails, new pickets. Worst case scenario. Even if you were to try and do a repair, if you can get a close-up, the wood on these pickets are so old that trying to take the nails out of them, it's not going to work because the pickets are already rotting. They're breaking off. So I wouldn't even be able to try to save them by taking the nails out to reinstall them with a new rail system with just new posts and the new rails, and then try to put these old pickets back. It's not going to work. So my recommendation for this side is to replace this entire fence on this side. This section as well is being held up with a piece of a broken fence board, and the barbecue pit is leaned up against it, propping this side up, because this is the same recommendation for this fence. I will replace this as well. Now, of course, the back fence is intact. It was done by a pretty creditable fellow. Oh, me. Oh. But
that's who did that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's somebody else.
That's why it's still up and intact. So,
he said though that he needs for you to lift it a little,
Yeah, lift it.
because it's hard for him to open the gate.
Okay. So yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
You said it's going down.
Yeah, looks like it needs to be adjusted.
Try to pull it out. See what you do. What you got?
Yeah, it needs to be adjusted.
See?
This grass, yeah, this freaking grass is.
Both
how
sides
good
are
it's
like that.
deep. Yes. Yeah, that's an adjustment. Matter of fact, you can adjust this by adjusting the brace.
Okay.
I can take the brace out, re-brace it back, and put the brace so then it's standing back up. So that's an easy fix on that. Now, the opposite side, if you walk down to each bay, you'll notice that, watch that hole, Mom. You'll notice that each bay is being held up by hanger material, wire hanger material. It's holding up the bay. Starting from here, there's actual wire that's holding the fence up on the picket. Some either chicken wire, because the nails have come all the way out from the 4x4. So they have this on here that's holding it up so that they don't fall on the ground. And if you walk it, you can look. There's a inch or so gap between each 4x4 and the rails because it's pushing out the nails. I don't use nails. I use 3.5 to 4 inch deckmate coated screws, which don't come out if the wind's blowing. But each one of these have chicken wire. If I take this wire out, the rest of the panels are going to fall down. So, recommendation for this side, best case scenario, if you notice, the posts over here are pretty straight. The best case scenario, if you wanted to, would be to replace the rails and the pickets on this side. That's the best case. Now, my recommendation is to replace the posts also because if you notice, if you look at the posts, they are cracking and they do have weather damage. And once it gets to this point, that's when usually they start rotting as well. So I wouldn't put a band-aid on the situation. I would just swap out the whole thing, brand new fence, bingo bango. So this panel that's down is because strong wind just blew it out because of the nails. So, which is going to happen to the rest. Right here, it broke this totally in half. This top rail is broken all the way in half. There's nothing holding that except for the chicken wire. If I took this off, it would split apart. So the recommendation for the two sides is to replace post, rails, pickets on both sides. Go with a larger picket so that the cost of material lessens and it strengthens the fence because you don't have so many individual pickets on here. You got bigger size pickets and it's less because of the cost of each picket is less and it takes up more area. So that ends the recommendation, and this can be done by Texas Fence guys in a very timely fashion, so let us know.
So that fence is okay there, right?
Oh yeah, this fence is straight.